For the longest time, the whole topic of UFOs was kind of out there. It was stuff for sci-fi movies and conspiracy forums. But something has radically changed. That conversation has moved from the fringes right into the halls of the United States Congress. So how on earth did a subject that was totally taboo become a serious matter of national security debated under oath? Well, let's get into it.
And boom, this is the quote that just blew the whole thing wide open. I mean, just listen to that. Those aren't words from some random YouTuber. That's David Grush, a highly decorated intelligence official, saying this under oath before Congress. This testimony is pretty much the reason we're even having this conversation today.
Okay, so let's start with the man who lit the fuse. Who is David Grush, and what exactly did he say that has got Washington, and frankly the rest of the world, paying such close attention?
The claims he made are, and I'm not exaggerating, absolutely staggering. Grush, who is actually on the government's UAP task force, isn't just hinting at blurry lights. He's alleging a secret, illegal program that's been going on for decades to find and reverse engineer crashed craft of non-human origin. He even talked about non-human biologics, basically what you think that means, being recovered. And he says he's faced serious retaliation for trying to tell Congress. The critical thing to remember here, this isn't just a story. These are sworn statements. The implications are just immense. Now, to really understand why what Grush said is so explosive, we have to take a quick step back in time, because his testimony just completely shatters more than 70 years of the U.S. government's official stance on this whole subject.
This right here is how that wall of denial was built, brick by brick. It all starts with the famous Roswell incident in '47, the whole flying disc story that was immediately walked back to a weather balloon. Then, by the '50s, you had a CIA panel that straight up recommended a policy of public debunking just to get people to lose interest. And it all leads up to 1969, when they shut down Project Blue Book, their big 22-year-long investigation, with a final report that basically said, "All right, everybody, nothing to see here."
And that was it. For more than half a century, the official position was crystal clear. If you asked, you'd get pointed to those old reports, and the message from the government was unmistakable. We looked into it, we found nothing, the case is closed, end of story.
But then, 2017 happened, and a leak, published by the New York Times of all places, started to crack that dam of denial. Honestly, this is the moment the story changed forever.
What made this so different? Well, it was the source. This wasn't some shaky home video. These were crystal clear videos from some of the most advanced military sensors on Earth, filmed by elite U.S. Navy fighter pilots. And they showed objects doing things that shouldn't be possible. 3 of these videos became famous almost overnight. You had the FLAR or Tic Tac video from 2004, showing this object making these impossible turns. Then there's Gimbal, where you can literally hear the pilot's minds being blown as this thing rotates against the wind with no engines, no wings. And then Go Fast, with this little object just zipping over the water at incredible speeds. It was the data behind the visuals that made them so hard to just brush off. And here's the real kicker. After these videos were out there for a few years, the Pentagon did something they had never really done before. In 2020, they officially released the footage themselves and confirmed, yep, they're real. But the most important part? They said the objects in them were still unidentified. With that one word, the old case closed policy was officially dead. That official confirmation just opened the floodgates. It led us right to where we are now, with a brand new, public, and congressionally mandated mission to figure out what in the world is flying around in our skies. So, say hello to AARO. That's the All-Domain Anomaly Resolution Office. This is the Pentagon's modern-day version of Project Blue Book, and its job is to be the main hub for analyzing all these UAP reports, treating them as a serious national security issue.
And trust me, they've got their work cut out for them. In 2021, a report from the Director of National Intelligence looked at 144 incidents reported by the military, and get this, they could only figure out what one of them was. That left 143 cases completely unexplained.
And this brings us right to the heart of the conflict today. It's a total contradiction. On one side, you have these incredible sworn allegations from whistleblowers like David Grush about a massive cover-up. And on the other side, you have the official AARO office saying publicly that they have no credible evidence of anything extraterrestrial. These two official stories just cannot both be true. They are completely at odds with each other.
So what do we make of all this? Why is this such a serious topic all of a sudden? Well, because the real issues here go way beyond just the question of whether aliens exist. So why does this matter?
Well, first, there's a huge national security question. You have unidentified craft flying in restricted military airspace. That's a big deal. But it's also about government transparency. Are taxpayers funding secret programs with zero oversight? That's a fundamental challenge to how our government is supposed to work. Then there's the pure scientific challenge of it all. But maybe the biggest takeaway is just how much the paradigm has shifted. We've gone from decades of automatic denial to open congressional hearings. That is a massive change.
So this is the fundamental question we're left with. We are absolutely watching a historic shift in how this topic is handled. But are we really on a path to getting answers, to real transparency? Or are the biggest secrets, as some are alleging, still locked away, far out of reach?